up, y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Peace, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Honey. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and this is your Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip Episode 5 recap. Girl, I had to get that out. That's too much. Ultimate Girls Trip. It was a good episode. The episodes are really, really good, girl. They are crazy. I was laughing. I was still laughing. Stuff was still funny. I watched it. Did I watch it last night? I watched it last night. They start off with Melissa and girl, let me make sure this thing is okay. They start off with Melissa and Kyle in the confessional, and Melissa's talking about how girl, these glasses, how red wine really makes her fly like a kite. Honey, she says red wine puts other people to sleep, but girl, I'll be ready to go. Then they start talking about Cynthia and how she was reaching. I said, come on, bitch. Now she was reaching. Melissa said, what's her name's been reaching. You know what's so weird? The way that she was acting reminded me so much of my mom. Like, I don't know why Cynthia was acting so weird and standoffish. It was so weird. I was like, why is she acting like that? She just seems so awkward. She just seemed out of place. It was so uncomfortable to watch Cynthia just not like, blend with the girls. And I don't know. I don't know what it is. She says that it's jealousy. Like she feels jealous because Kenya has, made friends with everybody. And so she's jealous about that. And she was very honest in saying that. But then she's like, it seems like ever since somebody said it to me, I feel like it could be that maybe that she's like preoccupied with not being with Mike. I don't know why, but I don't know. I feel like it's something because what's happening doesn't make sense. And it seems like she's like, her mind is somewhere else. It just, I don't understand. I felt so like embarrassed when I was watching Cynthia. She just seemed literally out of place. And then I kind of felt bad for her because Kenya really like what she came into the party and was like, all right, girl, I'll see you later. And just went on with the girls. And they love Melissa, loves her. Luann, girl, after she basically, Luann was like really taken to Kenya because she felt like Kenya kind of like showed her how Ramona is acting. Luann had like an epiphany. She was like, you girls have helped me see like how her behavior is just completely unacceptable. And I just can't, because I was listening to a clip yesterday when Luann was like, when they played it at the beginning, the Luann was like, what did you say? Like, girl, did you just like say that? Like, we're supposed to be cool and you really just said that in front of all these girls? Okay, girl. But anyway, so they were saying that Cynthia was reaching or whatever. Kenya was on the phone with, I don't know, I couldn't see who she was on the phone with and I didn't care to rewind it. But she said that Ramona got out of line with her. She let it go at first and then she blew up on her. And then Cynthia is on an island by herself. And it's so funny how she kind of like said that about Ramona. And it's like her prophecy. It's like, you really look out of place. I was so like, even thinking about it now, I feel like a little uncomfortable for Cynthia. That was weird to watch. I'm not used to seeing Cynthia not know where she is. That's what it felt like. I was like, what is going on, girl? Is she distracted because she's not around Mike? Is Mike like the idea of like leaving Mike by himself? Is that distracting for her? That's what somebody said. I was like, oh, maybe that's it, because because the way she's acting is irrational. There's no rational reason. Like, I'm like, girl, why are you acting like this? Anyways, she seems like completely out of place. Ramona and Teresa were talking and she says, I'm sorry that you left the party, the dinner last night. And Ramona's like, I just keep putting my foot in my mouth and my stomach started hurting. So I just left. I just left. Luann and Kenya are talking. They're eating. Kenya was eating breakfast and Luann came over and she was like, girl, is that Poochie? She said, yes, girls. Oh, what did she say? It was vintage. She was like, yeah, it's an older piece. She was like, oh, I love it. So they started talking. Did you see Kenya in that? What did she have on, leopard? I was like, look at Kenya. And she was standing there explaining something. She had her hands out. I was like, okay, girl. Okay, girl, explain yourself. Okay. But Luann told Kenya, I want to thank you. I want to thank you. I have been passive with Ramona. And then Luann said that Ramona is lonely and sad about her life. Now, Ramona is it's funny because I think Ramona is one of those women who loves being a self-made woman, right? Ramona is self-made. If you know her like story, you know where she came from and stuff like that. Well, I think it was an abusive home, alcoholic father. She, she made her way. She had her own business. She said she had made $1 million, I think, by the time she was 30 or something like that. It's a certain age, but she made her first $1 million. And I think that she likes that independence, right? But I think that she does desire partnership because she's always like flirting with men, looking for a man. I think she just wants somebody to spend time with. I remembered at that moment when she said that she was lonely and sad. I was like, she is 65 years old. And I think, I was reading Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis. What a fucking two last names to have, bitch. I said, talk about being a hypergamous bitch, okay? Your last name, honey, what's her name? Died. She was widowed from John F. Kennedy, baby. Then she went and married Aristotle Onassis. But I remember my grandmother used to just love that Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis. She used to just love that she married Aristotle Onassis. But anyways, yeah, so there's a quote that she says, the first time you marry for love. Second time you marry for money. And the third time you marry for partnership. So I think that's where Ramona is in her journey. And so the girls are saying that she's lonely and sad, and that's why she's acting out. But Ramona was acting like that when she was with Mario. So that's not it. I told you what it is. I done told you what it is, okay? I fucking told you what it is. Baby, they said Mauricio is coming, right? And she tells him you got to wear white because Ramona's having a little party. She wants everybody to wear white. So Ramona goes downstairs and she sees Cynthia and she goes outside and she says to Cynthia, good morning. And then Cynthia goes, what do you want, Ramona? But she didn't say it to her. She said it in the confession. I was like, shut up, Cynthia. That shit was so funny. I hollered when she said that. She said she was sorry. It wasn't her intention. And that, she just apologized to her. And she said, it wasn't my intention to make you late or anything like that. I don't like to be late either. That's why I didn't get my hair done, baby. Remember Mama's hair, baby? Her hair was looking a mess. This coffee is so hot. It's been hot for a long time now. Okay, it's kind of cooling down, baby. It was so hot. So in the house, Luann and Kenya are still talking about, just this thing happening with Ramona. And she's like, you're telling me, this is what Kenya's saying, you're telling me you're vouching for this good person. And I'm like, where's the good person? Right. And even Luann was like, right, you right. And that's it. That's like how you vouching that somebody like over on Love and Marriage Huntsville, how, what's his name? Marceau keeps vouching for Martell like that's his good home. He's a good person. And we're like, nigga, where is the good person? I don't see it. I don't see them. Where are they? So even Luann agreed with that. Cynthia and Ramona ended up giving each other hugs, so they kind of mended their whole situation. But Cynthia, for some reason, I see her personality type as someone who likes to hold on to stuff. Like you can have that full conversation with Cynthia outside, hug it out and everything, and she's gonna come back later and say, well, I forgot to say something about this and still have a problem. So I don't know if they have really mended or whatever. So it is what it is. So Luann, she says she's used to her bad behavior. It's really sad to watch. She says she's obviously very unhappy. Um, and then Melissa and Teresa have come down, and now Teresa is feeling sorry for Ramona at this point, even though the lady called you a fucking scarecrow. Okay, now you feeling sorry for her. And then I kept remembering she's 65, she's 65, she's 65. And this is a woman who, like I said, although she is self-made, I think she does put some value in companionship. Like, I really believe that Ramona is one of those girls. But they keep saying how she's lonely and it's sad. And so Melissa shares with the girl, she was like, you know what, yesterday she was talking to me and telling me that she was going to stay back in Turks and Caicos, after we leave, with her friend. And then Melissa says, well, don't you want to go home? And she was like, what am I going to go home to? Right? Avery is out. She's not with Mario. Mario found him another woman. And Ramona can't seem, to find her a man. And she's really liking this John guy. And it was so pathetic to watch. And I said, oh, Kenya is so fucking mean. But it's funny because everybody understood where Kenya was coming from. Kyle understood where she was coming from. Teresa understood where she was coming from. Baby, I'll get to it. So she's like, it's unacceptable. That's not giving her an excuse. That's what Melissa said. She was like, I feel bad for her, but I'm not giving her an excuse for her behavior. But I just feel bad that she doesn't have anyone to go home to. Luann says she's grown and that it's taken this trip to kind of see Ramona. And sometimes this like little experiment is actually good because it does take you out of the normal friend group. I use friend group very loosely, okay? But you're outside of the normal friend group, and now you have other dynamics and other personalities, other archetypes that are kind of, influencing the environment, right? And that's what it gives. And Luann is seeing like, damn, I didn't see it like this. But because Kenya keeps going off on her and she's not letting that lady act the way she wants to act, when she normally acts, Luann is kind of like, I can't believe that I used to be so passive with her and just let her do whatever. But Luann is sneaky too, because Luann be saying slick shit about Ramona. Even when her and Kenya was sitting at that table, at first it seemed like she didn't want to play along with Kenya. But then she was like, we got to razz her up a little bit. And I was like, Luann, I was like, girl. And everybody was so uncomfortable. But like I said, the people understood why Kenya was doing what she was doing. She was so mean at that table. I was like, oh, Kenya. But it's like, girl, you didn't fuck with this lady from the fucking plane. And now you got her in front of a nigga you like. She about to make you look stupid as hell. And baby, when I tell you that's what Kenya did, she understood the fucking assignment and executed it. Okay, girl, I was like, Kenya is a mess. And then even Luann was like, that's my bad. Like, I really allowed her to be like this and act like this, But again, that lady is 65 years old. She is not going to change. I don't know what could even happen in her life that would make her change. I don't even think that she wants to change. I feel like Ramona just says sorry to everybody as a way to placate them. She does not mean it. She just does it away. She does it to just smooth shit over. That's what she does. And to move on, like, okay, I'm sorry. But, I don't know. Like I said, every year I'd be like, she's an asshole. I've been trying to tell people Ramona Singer ain't shit. I've been trying to tell the people. But you feel bad for her, right? Like, even Melissa, like, I don't agree with how she's behaving. But it's like, they're attributing it to her being lonely. So I don't know. I just think it's just what it is. Cynthia to Kyle, they're on their way to paddle boards. Is that what they're doing? The little paddle board things? Yeah. So they're all getting in the car. Luann doesn't want to get in the car with Ramona. So Kyle gets out of the car and she was like, I'll go sit with Ramona or whatever. So it's Ramona, Kyle, it's Ramona and Kyle, Ramona, Kyle, Cynthia, and Melissa in one van. And then Luann, Kenya, and Teresa in another van. And that conversation was so interesting about how much they get paid for their cameos. Luann said she gets 125 G's a pop. I said, come on, bitch. What? That's what Kenya was like. Girl, I would be over there in the corner too doing my cameos. I said, I know that. I don't know what Luann showed Kenya, but she was like, look, Kenya was like, girl, what? They were so, she was like, Teresa was like, girl, you need to start charging more. She was like, no, I don't charge that much. Because I get volume. I get more people. More people. She said, when I raised my prices, I didn't get as much people, but when I lowered my prices, I said, lowered it to 125 G's. Okay. I'm not mad, baby. I am not mad at it. Even Kenya was like, girl, you racking up. But then Kenya said she charged that much too. Because she was like, how much do you charge? And it's so funny because I think some people would feel uncomfortable to say how much they charge because they don't want no one to know how much they're getting paid. And I love that conversation was just flowing. No one felt like weird to say how much they were paying. I don't know what Luann showed Kenya in her phone. She must have showed her how much she was getting paid or the contract or something or the Cash App. I don't know what the fuck, but she said, come on, Cash App in $125,000. How much? What's the limit anyway? So yeah, I love that conversation. So in the other car, Cynthia turns around to Kyle and she says she wanted to, talk about how she's been acting. She's been feeling exhausted because she hasn't had a chance to reboot and reset in this place. And I kept feeling like, am I this crazy woman? And she just basically shared with Kyle that she was jealous, right? And so Kyle says, I kind of felt like that, this and that. And I'm glad that you were honest about that and this and that. Then Melissa says, yeah, because Kenya said to me that she thought you were jealous of our relationship. And she was like, oh no, I hadn't even thought of you. Girl, stop playing. You a liar. You are a liar, 50 Cent. You are a liar. She said, I hadn't even thought about you like that. And then she said, I don't know why she would say that. Girl, because when she was trying to take pictures, we haven't forgot Cynthia, okay? It was just another episode ago. Girl, you said what's the girl now? I'm about to call her Vanessa. When Kenya asked her to take a picture of her, you said, why don't you have Melissa do it? What's that mean? That sounds jealous to me. That sounds real jealous to me. Now that's when I tweeted that Cynthia is a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Cause you jealous. You jelly girl. You are a jelly bean, Cynthia. Oh my God, it's a mess. So she was like, I don't know why Kenya would say that. I don't know why Kenya, that's not true. I hadn't even thought of you like that. And she was like, oh. And then she like kind of looked over the way. No, Teresa likes Kenya. Kyle likes Kenya. Melissa likes Kenya. Who else is there? Luann. Luann had already said, Kenya, thank you for taking up for me. Thank you for showing me the light. Okay. And she's like hanging out with the girl. She's mingling. And then Cynthia's like literally by herself. But why aren't you mingling? Why aren't you feeling like, because you had in your mind, and see, this is what happens. You had in your mind that the girls were not going to like your friend. And she even said it. She was like, because in our other friend group, I'm kind of like I'm her only friend, basically, in the other friend group. Well, in the other friend group, the girls got problems with her because she is that airy Aquarius running around, and everybody just loves Kenya. She's just laughing, and her hair is just flowing in the wind. They love it. The girls love Kenya, and Cynthia can't take it. She can't take it. She can't take it. Ramona is the only one Kenya is not really getting along with. So I don't know. So Ramona wants Luann to talk to Luann later. They get to the paddle boats or whatever. Michael is taking pictures of everybody. So he's taking pictures of Teresa. He was like, "Ooh, Teresa, you a pro. Look at she was taking pictures. Kenya was taking pictures, baby. Cynthia started taking pictures. The part that they showed, she was looking uncomfortable. Girl, you was a model. What is going on, Cynthia? What is going on?" I was like, "Oh my God." At one point, she had her legs open. He was like, "Maybe just close your legs." He was like, "Just close your legs." Then Luann was in the water. She was moving like this towards Michael. He got down on the floor with the camera doing all this. I was like, Michael is doing the most. He is doing the most. Then Cynthia says Kenya's actions have made her question their friendship. I was like, what did Kenya do? She got to the party and was the life of the party. And you thought, what you thought? You thought they wasn't going to like her? So what actions? Her getting along with everybody? What did she do? Oh, she came late? What? I don't understand. Cynthia, you're irrational. Something else is happening. Something else is happening. It's not just what's happening. Ever since somebody said in the comments, she is preoccupied with Mike Hill, leaving Mike Hill alone for that many days. Girl, Ramona's on the paddle board, right? She calls Michael Mikhail. What she call him? I was like, see, she always calling somebody by another name. She don't know the name. She's rude. Can you wait? What happened? Oh, and then she was like, "We only in 2 feet of water." Ramona done fell out the paddle boat, right? No, she didn't fall out. She got out because she had the life jacket on. She had her life jacket on, and when she got off the little paddle board, she was standing up, like you could see up. You could see from her thighs up, and she was like, "This is only 2 feet of water. Why you had me looking stupid with this life jacket?" And he was like, "I cannot." What did he say? "I cannot determine the depths of the ocean for you, Ramona." So it's like, she was like, "I want you to come take a picture of me." She was standing up on the paddleboard. I kept saying throughout the episode, Ramona looked good for 65. For a 65-year-old white woman, she really looks good. She does. I was looking at her face in her confessionals. I was like, whoever is her person to keep her up, they do a really good job, because she doesn't look like she's 65. She looks like she's in her 50s, like maybe late 50s. She looks good. I'm not gonna take nothing away from her, because I know she spends a lot of money on her out. That's why that pretty game was not the game to play. Anyway, let me go. And Kenya and Luann knocked Ramona off the paddleboard. They was like, look at what they did. They started being mean to her, right? It was mean girls. They were. I'm not gonna even front, baby. Her and Luann and Kenya, baby. When I tell you, I was like, this is a mess. What sign is Luann? Luann de Lesseps. Hold on. I get confused now. They put the damn de Lesseps. Here she go. When's her birthday? Is she a Pisces? May 17th. That's a Taurus. Water and earth. I mean, air and earth. Child, they was getting along, baby. They was getting along, and they joined forces because they had a common enemy. And baby, they knocked Ramona off the board. Melissa was like, "That's mean." No, I think it was Teresa. Teresa is like, she be feeling bad for people. She be feeling bad for people. She said, "Luann is over Ramona. I haven't done anything to you. You need to do a deep dive. I have so much sympathy for you. You've been drinking a lot. I've seen a real change in you." Because they go off and have that conversation. And, Ramona she was like, Luann was like, "Don't apologize, because what I really want to see is change behavior." And that's what it is. Ramona gets by on just saying, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." But she keeps doing the same thing over and over again. And we always say the best apology is change behavior. And it doesn't change. And she's 65, and it's not going to change. It's not going to change. When they get back to the table, they were like, Cynthia was like, "How was the talk?" Right? Kyle started reenacting. They were like, "Kyle, what did it look like when you and Mauricio was at the black tie event having sex?" Kyle said, "Girl," Kyle lifted her skirt up. She lifted her skirt up. Who did she sit on? Did she sit on Ramona? Who did she sit on? She said on somebody, and baby, she was like acting like she was dancing. She was like, yes, me and Mauricio. I said, girl, they were having a good time. And then she said, then I just got up and was like, okay, I'm done. I was like, yes, Kyle. They are having a good time. So anyways, they come back to the house. They're getting ready for the party. And Ramona is passing out those crystal things. Remember on the last season of New York, they had those crystal things at the house. It was Halloween. They had those crystal things, and she's going around passing around. Now I keep remember she's 65, and she's with these women, like I guess like 50. I think Luann is like 56, and then the rest of them are like 40s, 50. So I think the youngest person is 40, which is Melissa. I think she's like 41. When did Melissa turn 40? She just recently turned 40, so she's like the youngest one there. So it's like this 20 year, 25 year, age range of these women, and the oldest woman is running around trying to give them these crystals, and they looking like, girls, we don't want those crystals. We don't want them crystals on our face. Of course, Cynthia puts it on. Teresa puts it on. Cynthia does. Did I say Cynthia already? But because it was when Kenya was like, "Girl, don't nobody want to put no crystals on their face," and they did a little caption with a little silhouette, not silhouette, a little cameo of Cynthia on the side with her crystals on. She was participating, girl. Anyways, Kenya's room. I don't know. Or no. Oh yeah. So when Ramona went into Kenya's room to try to give her the crystals, Kenya wouldn't even barely look at her. She was like, "Oh, okay, thank you," and she took them from her. She was like, "Maybe if you want to wear them, you want to try them." Kenya was looking like, "Okay, girl." She was like, "Okay, well, do you think you'll be ready in like 15 minutes?" And Kenya was like, No." She said, "Do you think you'll be ready by 8:30?" And Kenya was like, "No, maybe like 8:45." And she was like, "Oh, okay, well, oh, okay." She was real nervous. She didn't want to say like, well, can you be down by a certain time? She told Teresa to be down in 15 minutes. She didn't tell Kenya to be down in 15 minutes. She was like, oh, okay. You want to wear these? She was like nervous talking to Kenya. It was funny because Kenya's paying her dust, okay? She's paying her dust. And then what happened? So they get to John's house. Cynthia is so jealous. She's really jealous. They get to John's house and they talking about how John does not look like he is ready to be in no relationship with anybody. He is living the bachelor life. He lives in Turks and Caicos, has him a restaurant and this really nice house. The house looked nice. I would really love to see it in the daytime. He told Ramona to come back in the daytime to see what it looked like. It really looked like a really nice house. I was just like, okay, he really don't look like he looked like he's living his bachelor life or whatever. So what happened after that? So Mauricio shows up, honey. Mauricio looked good. I was like, yes, Mauricio, come through with the white. He looks so good. And it's like I noticed that he like gestured to Cynthia first, but then he was like going like this to Kyle. I think he wanted to hug Kyle first, but Cynthia was right there, so he hugged Kyle. He hugged Cynthia, gave her kisses, hugged his wife. She was so happy to see him. Mauricio is so cute. I was like, yes, Mauricio shows up. So what happened after that? Oh, when they were walking somewhere, Melissa asked Kenya, did she want an Italian man? Is Italian good for you? She was like, Italian, yes. I said, come on, bitch. Can you imagine Kenya with an Italian man? Come on, Kenya. So Ramona's ordering for John and just acting like she's his woman or whatever. And she's the co-host. She keeps saying she's the co-host, right? So they're all sitting around. Kenya starts, bitch. She starts talking about what happened on the boat. And a man was like, what? He was looking nervous. He was like, what's happening? Nobody understood what was happening except for the girls, right? Mauricio was like, what? What's going on? What's happening? She was like, oh, this is Kenya. That fake ass laugh. She was like, girl, oh yes, on the boat, she called me out my name. She was just making Ramona look bad by explaining how she was behaving on the boat. You should have behaved a different way. Nobody would have had a story to tell. Nobody would have a story to tell if you just set your ass down and had your margaritas, girl. But you want to fuck with the main one. You wanted to fuck with Benny Blanco from the Bronx. Bitch, when Teresa did that Carlito's Way reference, I said, it's perfect. That is the perfect. She's like, it's like, have you ever seen Carlito's Way? She was like, because Carlito is getting ready to leave with the love of his life, and then somebody calls his name from behind and turns around and says, "Remember me?" She said, "Kenya is Benny Blanco, bitch." Teresa, I said, "Yes, Teresa, that was so perfect." And she was just sitting there calm, explaining it. Have you seen Carlito's Way? She's like, "Kenya is Benny Blanco." Bitch, let me call your name. Remember me? And you can't, and you end up not with the love of your life. Oh my God. Kenya gave that lady such a hard time. And then Luann got in on it. And they were like, that is so mean. They are being so mean to her. So then Kyle and it was Kyle and Teresa off to the side, and they were like, "Yeah, we're sorry that that's happened." She was like, "I don't know why she would do that to me. I don't know why she would do that to me." Bitch, when Luann got up from her seat, honey, she did her hair like this, and she went over there and sat next to John and put her hand on his shoulder and was like talking to him over his shoulder, bitch. Ended up getting John's phone number, bitch. It's a mess. Luann got back at her. Everybody was getting back at her. Even who was it? It was Kyle was like, you had to. I mean, Kenya was getting back at her. She was just getting back at her, and it made Ramona so uncomfortable. It made John uncomfortable. Everybody at the table was like, literally, like, "Girl, what is Kenya doing?" Teresa was like, "Girl." It was funny. And then they left, right? And then Kyle says, "I'm leaving with my husband, honey. I'm going to be with my husband. We're having a nightcap." I said, "I know that's right." Anyways, y'all, that was it for the episode. It was so good. I enjoy it so much. It is so refreshing to watch. I don't know what is happening with Cynthia. What do y'all think? Honestly, do you think that Kenya is being mean to Cynthia? Or do you think that she just is like, "I'm detaching from you because you acting funny"? I don't know. I don't know what is wrong with Cynthia. I can't figure it out. It's really weird. And I'm trying to figure out, she's like, "Kenya's actions make me question our friendship." And you guys tell me, what has Kenya done that we have been able to witness on this show that you think would have Cynthia questioning their friendship? I don't know what she did. I think it's all internal. It's all Cynthia. But I do feel like, because they were, when they were at the what's his name's house, Cynthia was kind of off to the side. There was one part where all the girls were kind of like talking around Cynthia, and they said Cynthia's name. They were like, "Oh, Cynthia has them on too." I think it was they were talking about the crystals, and they were like, "Cynthia has them on too." And so when Cynthia heard her name, she was like, "Huh?" But they weren't talking to her. They just said her name, and she was like, so I was like, "Oh my God, I feel so bad for her." And they did not even acknowledge that they had said her name. She was like, "What? Huh? You said my name? Somebody called my name?" Girl, they was like talking around Cynthia. I think everybody is like kind of weirded out. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I don't know. I have no idea. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.